Okay, back at the Deuce robot here, and I wanted to, I know I removed some videos, quite a few of them, but I'm going to come back and put improved videos in their place for those, because they weren't good. They weren't really showing enough of how I was doing the builds and stuff, and I wanted to show everybody the frame for the, excuse me, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have eaten those onions, but I wanted to show everybody the frame for the Pi-Fi, and here it is. So I just kind of dialed everything in and got a lot of it started and put a coat of urethane on it. So this is going to be the start of the frame for the Pi-Fi. It's pretty much the whole thing, but once it gets assembled, it'll be really cool. My pile of sawdust. If anybody's interested in that, let me know. Sawdust, yeah, man, we got the best brown sawdust anybody ever wanted. So we're gonna carry on in here and just take a look here, and just to mention real quickly, I had to switch from the TDA 2030s over to a 7265 because the TDA 2030 build that I did, it had too much noise in it. And I don't know what the problem was with it, but I noticed when I did this and I put everything to a circuit board, this is a really good sounding amp. I will do a sound thing with it. The wiring and stuff like that, when you see that up there, looks cool. It's messy, but it's no real big deal. I mean, you got 11 pins on the thing, and it uses only 10 of them. I mean, come on. So there's that, and plus I wanted to lay the board flat on the Plastilite there because and not have anything underneath of it, and be able to put two fans right on it. And it works really good. It works way better than the 2030s. The 2030s, I'm sure, will be fine, but I have to come back to those and clean them up. They're just not, something's with them. Something's touching or something. Or not connected well. The VU meter, had to take that off because I think it took too much current to drive it. So I'm going to have to make one with an Arduino. That was with hardware, and I think it was just pulling too much, pulling the system down. And I looked over it. There was no bad connections in it or anything that I could find. You know, I even redid a couple that I thought were bad, and it just didn't do anything. So I'm not going to chance it. Why bother? I can make one with that, and it'll be just fine. Pretty much that's it for now with that. I wanted to show everybody the speaker that I started on. There's the back side of it there. It's out of the same cedar, the same like 40-year-old cedar that I made the other stuff outside. I just haven't gotten any urethane on this yet. So there's the speakers that go in it. Dual voice coil subwoofer down there. Another little 8-ohm subwoofer to go with it so it can be brought back to 4 ohms for the system. And then the mid, the reflex bass, and the full range tweeter. Just full range driver, so it'll give you everything. That's like a speaker within a speaker, because it gets a back put on it. These are both going to get a piece of MDF on them. And what else did I want to show everybody? I may go ahead, and you see how the two crossovers are there? I may build another one of these amps and stack it and run one to one crossover and one to the other, because the best way to do these is, I found out, if you're going to run it with your cell phone, this ultimately probably won't be run with a cell phone because it's got Bluetooth, but if you do, put it up to a certain volume, like about, you know, decent volume, not too loud or all the way up, and then use your cell phone for the volume to turn it up and down, and it'll work fantastic. I'm going to use the Raspberry Pi for this, so I could operate it. But let me show one more thing, just so I'm on the mode of showing everybody how I do everything. When I build that other amp, what I'm going to do, because what do? You got to plug everything in. Oh no. So now you've got two plugs to plug into the Bluetooth thing. And I love these things, man. I love morph plugs. So here's the answer. So we're going to take this, plug it into the Bluetooth, and then that way you'll be able to get signals to both amps, stack them here. They'll both have their own individual volume knob set to the same volume, and then there you go. Boom. They're going to play the same song, get the same signal at the same time through that, which that little dot that you see on there was a blob of solder that flew up in the air while I was soldering this thing, and I went, no, and it landed on it, and I, just tried to peel it off of there. It came right off. It just left a mark. So that's pretty much it for now, everybody. So once I get the next step and when I assemble that frame around this and this goes on it and the speaker mounts to it and all the stuff and accoutrements get put on it, I'll do a video with the whole shebang of that so everybody can see how it gets done, just in case you want to go insane and build one of these crazy things here. So until next time, it's Duce Robot, over and out. Enjoy.